Good morning, 11th January 22. Micro policy disruption 122. This 22. Yeah, I wanted to make this video about the small medium companies that provide 90% employment worldwide. We have seen how this virus of governments have really been incompetent. Now, they are fighting each country by printing money, by increasing the yields of the bonds, so the stock exchange falls, and all these artificial ways to cover the illegal practice of governments spending more than income, than revenues. That's not legal. Now, they are not focusing in sharing these health, education, security aspects that we require from governments. We need no more from governments. Bilbao is surrounded by public buildings in the center of the city, and this is a cancer metastasis that it is really growing and growing and growing. They need more buildings and more buildings. That's all they do. So it's about time we really eliminate them. But the question about this is, how are we going to have the microeconomy? Because everybody has a cell, and the cell makes the body alive, and the economy must be alive, and David must compete with Goliath. So we have seen this investment in Amazon I made because these small medium companies, the microeconomy is going to die. We have 5 institutions asking for papers. We have Inquisition, in my case, stealing 250,000 euros or even 300,000 euros from our company. There is no way we can defend against the big states because all they do is steal money, steal money, steal money. So the question is how these 22 they are going to have really compliance and good practices for small medium companies worldwide that provide 90% employment. It's very simple. We don't have to really go crazy about this. It's a 5% tax for every human in the world so that all the small medium companies can compete with Goliath. It's very simple. Now, we don't need to have 5 institutions for all these work and employment and training and bureaucracy and accountability and taxes and VATs. I mean, all these systems that is really generated is to feed the governments, which are completely useless. So this video is about, please help yourselves by supporting this video on this channel. None other channels or YouTubers or televisions or newspapers will be free of conflicts because none of them will defend the interest of the small medium companies and micro policy. There are some countries that are really supporting this, like for example Singapore. Thank you very much indeed, Singapore, for being an example of transparency. And one of the aspects that the small medium companies have to fight for is the Chapter 11, Chapter 15. If any small medium company has an issue, it should be able to adapt its, let's say, profit and loss balances very fast under that, so that it will continue to supply employment for mainly the Zs and new generations. And it is very important that you support this channel this way because everything you see in the news is a lie completely. It supports the interests of the central government, which all they do is print money and then increase the bonds and alter your pension in the stock exchange. And that's not legal at all. But the question about here is that, are we going to have a 5% income tax and social security included, and I can pay my pension, you can pay your pension the way you like it? Is it possible to have this? Of course it is, if governments share these 3 only departments. The question is, what country is going to join this system that microeconomic policy will be a must and will have a compliance rules that countries can sign? Singapore is already 1. Monaco is already 2. What other countries, United Arab Emirates, is 3. So what other countries are going to sign this declaration of interest towards macroeconomic policy that the small medium companies worldwide will be able to defend themselves against Goliath? It's very important that today we know that we cannot fight 250 countries, one virus, but we can win 250 countries, one policy, micro policy. Thank you very much indeed. Like and subscribe. Take care.